Hi, I'm Dr. Dyan Haspel-Johnson, and it is time for Weekly Sleep Tip. So I've gotten some great feedback from some of my followers telling me how much some of you love when I give tips that involve some of the self-hypnosis imagery and metaphors. And you know, metaphors are such an important part of hypnosis and self-hypnosis. I use a lot of them. It's a Ericksonian technique, Milton Erickson being one of the greatest hypnotists that ever lived. He was a psychiatrist, and he used the art of storytelling and metaphor to create healing and hypnotic experiences for people and total transformations in their lives just through telling a story or using the right metaphor. And part of that, I think, is that metaphors are the language of the unconscious. So you know, one of the things that's powerful about metaphors is, I don't know if you know this, but the word metaphor comes from the root of amphora. And amphora was those vessels that were like, they were like those vessels that had like a triangular bottom. And so they either had to be carried by the hunters or gatherers, or they had to be set down only in a special like tripod to hold them. They couldn't just be set on the ground or haphazardly put down in a way that would allow them to be spilled or knocked over. They carried the most precious things. The amphora carried the most precious things. The same is true of metaphors. Metaphors are sacred symbols. They're very unique in that they are how we hold meaning. So when someone uses a metaphor, or when I use a metaphor, or others use a metaphor, hypnotically speaking, or tell a story, that's a very unique way of holding sacred unconscious material. And it's so unique and so important. So it's interesting to think about this and to think about how we do use metaphors in how we describe things. And you can also use metaphors for sleep. It's one of the hallmarks of great hypnosis, in my opinion. I use a lot of metaphor in my Deep and Easy Sleep self-hypnosis downloadable packages. And I use things like the stars in the sky or the waves of the ocean, things like that. So next week, I'm going to be talking more about some specific metaphors that I think you might find helpful and that you can use in your own self-hypnosis. Of course, you can go to the link in my profile to learn more about this and download some free materials. You can also go to my website, www.drdyan.com, DRDYAN.com, and you can get materials, videos, ebooks, and audios through my shop, or the Deep and Easy Sleep Self-Hypnosis package if you want to learn self-hypnosis and do that for your own self-care and to help you sleep and to learn more about metaphors in that way. And watch this space in the coming weeks, because I'm going to talk more about specific metaphors that you can use to help you sleep. Okay? Sweet dreams.